We got virus on the beat.
Big jet, just bought it. Meeting Sir H. Ike, we flawless.
Printed it? Yeah. Okay, the caption is fine. This sits on this case where someone is alleging damages due to an incident that happened on the site owned by these corporations. Also, there are other defendants, including a bank and some loan officers. It's a mess. This is really one of those money grab type situations where they're throwing everybody, in the bag, hoping, or rather throwing everybody in the bin, hoping to get the bag. So that's it. But anyway, it's one of those cases that I find very fun and interesting to do. I've had the two corporate officers sign verifications of the answer, because it's a verified answer, and now I'm going to notarize it. I love my office. It has a lot of windows. Even we have the overhead, what is it called? I can see the sky from my office. We have a lot of natural light that comes in. It's absolutely gorgeous. But then what happens with me is that because of my vision, the light sometimes bothers my eyes, but then without the light, I can't see to read certain things. So I got myself a nice desk lamp that I haven't yet installed. It's one of those ones that are like, gooseneck type fancy. So when you answer a complaint, that's when you've been sued, you've been served, or your clients were sued, served, and it's called a complaint. It's a and complaints, summoning you to come to court. It tells you what day you have to be in court, how much time you have to respond, and then the complaint goes into some detail about what you're being summoned for. Now, when you respond to the complaint, which you should do, never ignore a complaint, because there will be a default judgment against you. So when you respond to a complaint, it's called an answer. You're answering the complaint. My answer also comes with affirmative defenses. So when you respond to a complaint, you have to be sure to assert all of your affirmative defenses, because you may lose those that you don't assert initially. So you have to make sure that you go through everything. So I always make sure I have my classic ones that are always there, and then of course you add more depending on the type of case, because it doesn't want to be cookie cutter. You don't want to do like a cut and paste. I'm going to electronically file this paper today, and then that's going to be it for this case. I have to be in court 3 days this week. Well, one is a referee hearing, so the referee said he may choose to have a virtual hearing, which is okay with me, but either way I'm going to do it from the office, because doing it at home with kids running around, forget about it, always distractions. And when I'm home, I want to be present physically and emotionally, with my family. I don't want to be too distracted with work, although I do most of my work from home and on the road, thanks to modern technology there. But some attorneys are forgetting that just because there are new ways of doing things doesn't mean that the old ways are dead. So you still have to maintain copies in your office files, and if you do have to make a physical appearance in court, some judges still require you to have a working copy, which is a hard copy that you bring to court to hand it in. So don't assume that just because you electronically file the case, that you can just go to court empty-handed, having only the papers for you to refer to without having one copy for the judge. What I always do, I always make sure that I have a copy for the court. So it doesn't matter, even the judge's part, which is also another thing. It's important to go to the website, the court's website, go through the judge's part, that's PART part, and see what the requirements are, because each judge in each county requires different things of attorneys. So just because you're accustomed to one doesn't mean that that's how they all roll. So some may require a working copy and some may not. Some may require physical appearances to court, and I have an appearance, and I'm thinking to myself, is it virtual, is it physical? And then I have to check on the judge's part and also follow up with a call to the judge's attorney or the part number to confirm, is it going to be a physical appearance or is it going to be a virtual appearance, and I make sure I note it down with my assistant in the office and in my personal calendar as well. What I also like to do is send an email, because at least I have a written copy of their response. So in case I forget for whatever reason, I can always track it to my email and make sure that I'm prepared for whatever type of appearance. And although you may have a physical, or even though you have a virtual appearance, you still have to look the part. You still have to look like you have a physical appearance. You can't think because you're working from home or because you're just going to be in your office to get a slouchy. You can just relax and just wear jeans and a t-shirt and show up in court. For the virtual appearances, for the most part, depending on how you sit, like right now, you can just see up to like maybe here or something. So even if you have nothing underneath, or even if you wear shorts or whatever, nobody would know, nobody cares, as long as you keep it to yourself. But you have to look professional for the people looking at you. So whatever they see needs to be presentable. And for this situation, I think it was 2 years ago, we had a virtual appearance. I was home for that one. I got all dressed up. It was a little bit awkward because you're getting all dressed up just to go downstairs and stare at the computer screen. And they were like, whew, there had to be over 50 attorneys on the screen. And I remember the judge telling one of the male attorneys to go put a jacket on. I think he probably had a t-shirt on, right? Or he just looked slouchy, because I don't see why the judge would tell him to go put on a jacket. Because for women, we get away with a lot. Like you can wear this shirt and then you can look professional as long as you're not wearing a jeans. You can tuck it in, you can wear a skirt, whatever. You can put a jacket on, you can wear a dress. But with men, they don't really have that much leeway sometimes, and they have to be careful not to appear too casual. Same thing with women, but I feel like men get the short end of the stick when it comes to looking professional. Because I could wear a t-shirt, black t-shirt and a skirt, and the judge would probably not know that I'm wearing a t-shirt because of how I put it all together. So I was just curious as to what that man had on to make the judge tell him to go put a jacket, over it. Because if he had on a button-up shirt, I don't think that the judge would have told him to go put a jacket on. And the space to fill in, fill that in. Also don't want to spend all of my life feeling like I need to get a case in order to survive. So I work hard now so that I can really just chill later on. So it's going to involve learning at some point how to let go, delegate a lot of duties to other people, and just trust that they do the right thing. And that's really where I'm headed. But I am so blessed to have the life and the career that I do. Because to be frank with you, given my visual disability, technology, and plus running my own businesses, having my own law firm, it really puts me at an advantage, socially speaking, just in my personal life and professionally, because I make my own schedule. some years back. I love it. I love the color. It's very light, very, very light pink with very, very light purple. So it's a play on pink, purple, gray. I just love it. And it comes down. Comes down, you know, up the so you can wear it down, just loose out, or you can tuck it in. I'm wearing tight trousers today, so I left it flat. And then I always love a shirt or a dress with a tie neck because it just elevates, you know, any look that you're going for, casual or not. So I love a good tie. For now, that chapter is done and closed. So I accomplished one of my goals for coming into the office today, which of course makes me very happy. I've been really, really very happy since yesterday. I've just had this happy feeling, this certain je ne sais quoi, you know. My intern just actually asked me, you know why? I said I don't know, which is what je ne sais quoi means. Right? There's this certain feeling, but I love it, and I love when I have that feeling, and I just wanted to say thank you, God Almighty. I just feel really satisfied, confident, happy from my feet up. Is, you know, I've never really done ads before. I've shied away from doing ads, but now I'm thinking to start doing ads. And also, I used to do immigration years ago, and then I stopped. I love having Ida in my video logs. I just do. I think she spices up, you know, things. So I used to do immigration when I started my practice, but then I stopped doing immigration because I think I didn't really. There were certain issues I had, especially when it came to financial aspects of it. I felt that it wasn't as financially rewarding. You know, it also had to do with my lack of experience running my own business. You know, there were things that I'm so used to doing things for free for people that it was difficult, even though with a law degree and an MBA, you know, it was just difficult for me to just tell somebody how much it costs to do something. But as time went on, I became more confident, and I'm still learning. I can't say that I completely 100% I'm comfortable talking about money when it comes to charging fees. I prefer a situation where it's handled before the client even meets me. So we talk about, you know, so Ida will tell them how much something costs and all of that, so that all of that is out of the way, which is why I also love doing cases like personal injury and cases where, you know, settlements are involved. And I'm only talking about set percentages, so I don't have to deal with, you know, billable hours. You know, the billable hour thing drives me nuts. I've also been a client myself and have been billed by the hour. It is not fun, and I don't like to do that to other people. But sometimes, depending on the case, I will, but it's not very often. But in any event, that's it. I try my best to do video logs because I love what I do, but sometimes I'm so busy I don't have the time to do it. But I'm getting back into doing it now, but I can't promise that I'm going to do it every week, every 2 weeks. I don't make those promises. I do it when I feel like. It is just a hobby for me. So when I get to it, it's when I get to it. So I don't like to make promises that I can't keep, especially promises to myself, because the worst deception is the lies that you tell yourself. So I'm not going to say, oh, I'll make 2 videos in a week, or nope, I don't have that kind of time. When you see a video from me, you know work went into it, and you know, thank you so much for watching it, supporting it, subscribe, like it, all of that stuff, because it's encouraging. But you know, I will try my best to put out more videos when I can, right, Ida?
Yeah.
But sometimes we just don't have time for it. There are times that I want a video and Ida will just look at me like, really? You want to do that now in the middle of, you know, us trying to get this deadline over with? Or, you know, just pay people who work for you. It makes me happy. So as much as I enjoy receiving checks, I also love given. So anyway, I take pleasure in signing my name on checks. It's a blessing. I find little blessings in every single thing that happens every day, and that is part of, gratitude. I live a life that's a journey of gratitude, and I just love it that way. That's the beauty of working for yourself. I didn't have any physical meetings, so I did everything remotely, made sure family, everything is taken care of, responded to my emails, did all of that, good morning stuff. I may be going out tonight. I haven't made up my mind yet, but I'm definitely going to a party tomorrow. I've earned the rights to do so. I've worked so hard. But anyway, today's Friday, so I'm dressed casually. I'm wearing t-shirt, just a round neck black t-shirt. I got this from Saks. I have on jeans. This is from Fashion Nova. Jeans, they come with a zipper on the ankle. On each ankle has a zipper, and I'm wearing that with my black Michael Kors belt. And I'm wearing black mules. I didn't want it, everything is dark because the jeans are dark. So even though it's Friday and I want it to be casual, I wouldn't do like a light color jean if possible, because I feel like the lighter you go, the more casual you look. So it's always safer with work to go with darker color jeans. And then to break up the monotony of the all black or all dark colors, basically, I just wore a tan beret, a light brown, very light brown beret. And it ties up very well together when you see it with the bag that I'm working with. So this is not my work bag, but this is my one of my everyday runaround bags. I like it because you can do crossbody with it or just shoulder, and you're good to go. So it's my runaround bag, and it has these pockets on the side where you can just put your phone. Yes. So basically, that's that for today. And what I'm primarily going to be doing today, I've had all my cases that have deadlines filed and set. Next, I'm going to get the files for the hearings that I have next week. Kind of look over them, take some time to re-familiarize myself with the contents of the files, the basic issues, things like that. Maybe take the files home so that in case I decide not to come into the office, I have access to the files and I can look at what I need to look at. For me, I like to have everything in my head. I don't like to rely on going to court or going to any hearing, no matter where it's being held, and relying on reading things to remember whatever is going on. Granted, there are many cases and lots of things to remember, but God has blessed me with a brain that can handle it. So being visually impaired, that comes in very, very handy. God will not give you more than you can handle. So for me, unlike some attorneys who go to court and they have notes and they're speaking and they're reading, they can afford to do that because they can look down and see something. I don't have that luxury. I can't just, say Your Honor and then look down and remember something and look up now. So I need to know my stuff. I need to know my stuff back and front and back. So that way, if I need itsy bitsy details where I need to now pull up an exhibit, things like that, that's different. But for the most part, I'm freestyling. It's all in my head. So I'm not lazy. You can't afford to be lazy when you're visually impaired or you have I don't like to use the word disability because it has never prevented me from doing anything but possibly but drive. I'm sure if I want to learn how to drive, I can. If I need to go back and review something or bring up something very specific, then I just excuse myself. Excuse me, Your Honor, let me pull out, and I just pull out what I need to pull out. And I've learned over the years to just be calm and collected. Of course, when I started practicing, it was a little bit nerve-wracking, but as time went by, I just became more relaxed. And if anyone is interested in hearing about how I started in terms of my experience, first time going to a courtroom, all of that, I can talk about that in a different video. But that's what I'm going to plan on doing for this week in preparation for next week. So just get familiarized with the cases. One may be a virtual appearance, but either way, the preparation is still going to be the same, top notch. And that's about it today.
Hello.
That's Sam, he's interning for me.
Hello.
Okay, that's Sam. He just graduated from
Berkeley College
with
with my bachelor's in legal studies. I'm currently doing my master's for HR.
Oh, awesome. There's the conference area. I think you guys have seen it before. And I'm not trying to do too much, but some licenses are here as well. But I think I can, I have to do some reshuffling. I don't have my master's degree, my MBA is not on here. So I have to make copies and just put them here because they're sort of scattered everywhere. So you can see we have these glass ceilings.
We got virus on the beat.
Big yeah, just bought it. Meeting Sir H. Ike, we flawless.
Today is Wednesday, 4th September 2024. We just had a client that left the office very, very happy. And that makes me happy because they came all the way from Yonkers, very lively fellow, an older gentleman. And Yonkers is an hour plus from here. People will come to you when they know you do good work. This tomorrow I have a hearing that I need to prepare for. I was told that it's in person, but they just said that last minute only after I inquired. So they never sent me a notice to the office nor electronically to let me know that it's going to be in person. So for whatever reason, clearly they were trying to make me a no-show. So I don't know if that was intentional or not, but I'm going to try my best to show up to the hearing in person. What time is it now, Sam?
244.
Okay, the time is 2:44 now. I'm going to be leaving very shortly. I need to go to Nassau County to take care of some business, and then I should be back to Queens. The downside of the hearing tomorrow is that tomorrow is also the first day of school for New York City kids, and I like to be there for drop-off in the morning and pick up in the afternoon, and this hearing is set for 2 p.m., which means virtual or not, I will be missing the pick up in the afternoon. And I'm sentimental. I like to be there for both drop off and pick up, especially on the first day of school, but we'll see what happens. But in any event, thank you so much for watching. Here is my outfit of the day. If you want to pick that up, Sam, just pick that up. So it's a long sleeve button up shirt, okay, with a pink lipstick, and I'm just wearing black trousers that go up to my ankles, and I'm wearing round toe shoes, and I have on the Michael Kors belt, okay, and no jewelry, not no jewelry. The only visible jewelry I have are my earrings, and I didn't wear a watch or a bangle because they're long sleeves, and I just kept everything simple. All right, guys, so see you at the next vlog, and if you've watched this far, please do what, Sam?
Please subscribe, please like, and also comment down below.
Thank you very, very much, and I'll see you. So we can't just have people show up and start working, because if you allow that, they are basically going to just, I would like to give as many people in the neighborhood work, but we can't just have people that we haven't vetted go there and start working and then come for a paycheck. So everybody needs to be approved before they can start working there. All right, thank you. So just let me know once you finish with that.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Okay. Today is Friday. Today is Friday, September 6th, 2024. It's, I think it should be about 6 p.m. now, a little bit after 6 p.m. I came into the office today to get some work done. I actually came in about 4 p.m. I have to do a motion to dismiss that I have to file by next week. I had a hearing yesterday, but the hearing, it only lasted about 20 minutes. We discussed some issues. I requested for an adjournment for the hearing because there was some evidence sent, documentary evidence sent on the day of the hearing. So the hearing was scheduled for 2 p.m., but by 9 something in the morning to 10, attorneys were sending documentary evidence. I need time to review the documents before I go for this hearing, but the referee decided that we'll go ahead with the hearing anyway and then just discuss possible times to reschedule. So that's basically what happened. So, and thankfully, because of that, I was able to drop off in the morning and make pickup from school in the afternoon. So that was awesome. I just like to see on kids' faces, the experience on the first day of school, for the term. But so that, so I did the virtual hearing actually from the car en route because one of the attorney was running late anyway. And I knew that it would be adjourned, and thankfully it was. So it's been a really, really busy couple of weeks, and I'm still not done with everything that I need to do. I'll see you in my next one. Thank you.